So, well, if there's only two, why don't we just leave the mics on? Do you think?
Yeah, I don't unmute them at all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys feel like doing? Since I was going to do some things where we'll draw some full characters, like this kind of thing, but then we'll turn them into a chibi kind of character, like a small character. So we'll like draw this guy, but with a big head and a small body.
Okay.
So that's what I was planning on doing. Do you want to do that? Or do you want to do something else?
Okay, I don't mind.
You want to do that? Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So let's think of something. Oh, we've got Harag now too. Let's think of what about like Batman?
Okay.
So we'll draw like a big figure of Batman. I'm just gonna move my camera back. And then we'll do a chibi version. Where's my camera going? Okay. All right. So sort of a figure like that, like Reese is holding up. So start off by drawing your page, like straight up and down. And then we'll find head. And then we'll put in some shapes for the rest of the body too. So we'll come down a little bit for the neck. And then we'll draw like the big chest. And then we'll come down a bit further for the pelvis. So that's about halfway. So if you measure that and then bring that down the bottom, that should show you roughly where the feet will go. So mine's going to be down there. That's on my feet because I measured the top of the head and then to there. After that's going to be knees. Thumbs in, calves in, feet. So I'm just working with shapes just to get it all sort of blocked in, and then I'll come back and add details. Add a little bit more. Sort of all fit. So that is a rough skeleton little shape base that we're going to work with. So what's always good to have with you when you're drawing is reference. So I'm just going to, on my phone, change the thing. I'm just going to look, type in Batman. I didn't spell it properly, so it didn't come up properly. Batman. Go to images. There's a good one. That's a good picture, good reference picture to have. So I'm just going to have that next to me over here. And I'm going to concentrate on the face. So now I need to get closer. Which question, Reese? You're not muted, so you don't have to worry about that.
I just realized that Batman's wearing his underpants on top of his pants.
Yes,
He's not wearing any undies under it. He's just wearing it on top.
How do you know he's not wearing undies underneath?
Because he's wearing it on the top of his pants.
Okay. He could be wearing 2 pairs of underpants. So I'm just finding where I want his chin to be, and then I'm going to come back at an angle, and then up, and then curve it over. And you can draw his little bat ears on as well.
The pencil and the pen.
They're all here.
Good.
Okay, and I got the paper here.
Just so you all know, no one has been muted, so we can all hear everyone. So if you've got a question, just ask it, or just say, excuse me, and then ask a question.
I just want to make sure your background is quiet as well. Otherwise, it's gonna affect the class.
Yeah,
You
we
can
will-
unmute. I didn't force everyone mute. You can unmute, but make sure your background is quiet as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You have question, unmute, and then start asking question.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've just got the basic shape of his head in there, and I'm just getting in his shoulders. I've sort of drawn it a bit too high. I haven't given his neck enough room there. You're going to give Batman that gun, Rex? Okay, so divide up the face. I'll put the line down the middle, find halfway, and that's where the eyes are going to go. So you can draw the eye holes in his mask, or just the white eyes that he sometimes has. One's a bit crooked. And then a little bit further down, do the point for his nose, and then that is the underside of his mask. There we go. His eyes don't stand out that well. And of course, you can put in his mouth, give him his little crumpy mouth. Okay, so from about here, his cape goes across to his arms. And then you can do a couple of creases on the side there too. I'm just keeping it rough. Sharpen my pencil. So I'm going to work down the body, and I'll come back to the arms. So the next thing down his body is his pectoral muscles. So he has one either side. Zoom in on this. You have pectoral, that's the middle line. We've got this middle line here. His middle line curves because he's on 3/4. So you've got to figure out where the pectoral sit. That's sort of where we've done this curve in. So you can sort of do his pecs, that's his chest, where his nipples are. Something like that. And you can draw his little bat symbol, however you want to draw it. He's got so many different ones over the years. Mine's out of frame a little bit. There we go.
He's got a 6-pack.
He sure does. So down here is going to be his belt. I'm not going to draw that just yet. Just get roughly where it's going to sit. So I'm going to bring his body down to the belt. And then I'm going to rub out some of those lines. It's getting a bit too busy in there. Okay, so now we can put in the six-pack. So we want to show him where his rib cage is. And if you feel your own chest where your rib cage is. So if you suck your belly in, you can feel your ribs at the bottom, and they sort of come up. So they come down like that, and then up in the middle, and then back down again. Which you could sort of see in this picture here. But let's just draw some simple abs. So just a line in the middle, and you can do a couple of curves on the side like that. Nothing too fancy. You can draw his belt. So it's got a little buckle, and then on the sides, lots of little pouches. Okay, so now I'm going to move back up to the arms. So we can't see his shoulders because they're covered in the cape. And then he has gloves on with little spikes on the side. But what we can see is his bicep, which is just here. So the biceps on the inside, or facing the front. And the triceps a bit higher and comes down to the elbow. So that's tricep there, and it comes down to elbow there. And then his forearm, if I start at the wrist, it's going to be thinner than the rest of his forearm, and then it's going to bump out on the inside like that. Thin at the wrist, bump out on the inside. And you can join that up to the bicep. Look at your reference, figure out where what's it called, the glove, where the glove's going to go, and then come up again from the wrist, making it wider at the top. And then it's sort of making a fist, so you can just indicate where the palm is bent over, and then maybe do finger and some knuckles like that. And the opposite for the other side. Just shade it in, it's all black. You can use your finger to slide it into it. He does have 3 little spikes on the side. I just drew this line here as a guide. So it comes out and then up, and out and up, and then out and up. And see how they get longer? That's why I drew that line on an angle. Okay, just going to move my drawing up so you can see the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to come down the sides a little bit from his belt and then draw in his underpants. Reese's favorite part. And then shade those in as well.
He's got black underpants.
He does. Almost everything he's wearing is black. Then you can see he's got really very muscular thighs, but we'll try and keep it simple. So I think it's best to keep it sort of straight on the insides. And then on the outside, you can make it round and then do some shading like that to make it look like muscles sticking out. And then down to his knee. Now for the calves or the lower legs, I did those circles just to show where the calf might be. So I'm going to start down the bottom at the heel and come up and then curve it out to that calf muscle and then back in again. On the other side, it's slightly different because you've got a bit of the front part is straighter. So you can do just a little bit of a curve there. And then put in his boot to some angle. His feet really small in comparison to the rest of his body. Zoom out a little bit. Cameras when it's up. Okay, that's sorted. So we need to do his cape. So I'm just going to, it's got a blowing out in the picture there. So it's sort of, it's coming off his shoulders. So you can sort of draw it from there. And draw a sort of curving like that. And then from the other shoulder, maybe it's coming down here. Then you can do a few points in it. And like everything else, it's black, so you can just shade them in. If you're actually going to color it, I would say do it a dark gray so that it doesn't blend in with everything else that's black already on it. Or you could just give it, all the black things a white outline. Smudge all that color in. Okay. There. Right. The fried chips night instead of the dark night. That's fine. Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is we're going to take Batman and then turn it into something small and cutesy. It's what I was just doing in the other class. I'll show you what we did. So I got these little characters and then this little guy as well. So the basis for those is this. So you just draw a big circle and then a small circle. the line down like in the middle, so you can draw the face. And then this is how you do the body. Like that, a little foot. Add some fat arms. And then put in all the other details. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to turn Batman, draw Batman in this style. But first, show me your Batman. I think I've only seen recent. So let me see everyone else's. Oh, that's cool. You're sharp. That's really good. Lucas, yeah, nice. I can't see your cape very well. If I don't even know who's drawing. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Harangue. Yeah, cool. Good job. Everyone did a really good job. Okay, so yeah, draw this one up and turn that into Batman. I'm going to let you guys do it on your own. So I want to see how you think, how you can put these elements of his face on here, and then his costume, how you're going to change it into like a
So you
cute,
can make him look cute.
yeah, try and make Batman look cute. And ow, ouch, hit my knee. Right, while you're doing that, I'm going to turn this little chibi one into someone else. Maybe I'll do a Joker.
Maybe a chibi Iron Man.
Iron Man? Okay, I'll do that. I'll do an Iron Man. We get a reference of Iron Man.
Stormtrooper?
No, you always do Stormtroopers. You're obsessed with
Love Star Wars.
love it.
Marvel. And DC. I like a lot of stuff.
I don't like DC.
Well, not really. I kind of like it.
It's
No,
okay.
mostly like X-Men and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Iron Man. Look at his face in there. Is it coming all the way down to his arm? Need to get another angle. You know, there's my chibi Iron Man. Right. So now it's flying. Wow, that's really cool. Rashab, that's really cool. Good job. Race, how's yours?
I'm almost done.
Okay. Parag, how's yours? Have you done?
I'm almost done.
Okay. I'll give you a couple of minutes.
My Batman's weapons are huge fried chips. And there's an M symbol on him and it's a bat symbol. M stands for McDonald's.
Did you have McDonald's for dinner?
Nah.
No.
I just like
All right. So if you're done, Rashad, you could try doing another one, some other character if you want, with that same chibi style, or a different, like an animal or something, whatever you want. Just while you're waiting. Like to, I'm gonna do like a little Mickey Mouse. Little tail. Gloves. All right, one more minute. John Lucas. Oh, it's really hard to see. Oh,
be Captain America.
that's cool. That's really good, Lucas.
I made a lot of chibi stuff. I've made chibi Doctor Strange, chibi Black Panther,
Yeah, let me see the doctor.
Spider-Man, chibi Falcon.
Oh, that's cool. Good job.
I also did I did Cyclops from X-Men.
Yeah. And that was a stormtrooper. What was the purple thing?
Oh, that was Vision. I mean, that was Ant-Man.
Oh, okay.
I also drew Ghost Rider.
Wow, is that his? Are they chains?
Yeah, it's those are his chains. I drew I drew a lot of them. My most favorite one is the Pectoral Muscles of Quicksilver. That's his goggles, and then that's his headphones that he wears.
That's cool. All right. So let's start our next drawing. Why don't we draw Quicksilver? He's pretty cool. Don't think I've ever drawn Quicksilver before.
He's so cool. He's my favorite Marvel character. Except it doesn't last for so long. He dies in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi. I can hear you.
Can I show you two of my drawings?
Yeah, do it. Well, I'm looking for a reference picture.
This is my peacock.
Wow. That's amazing. What did you use? What did you use to color that?
Paintbrushes and like he stuffs to do the stars.
Okay, that's really clever. That's really good.
And this is my sunset.
Wow. Those leaves are really good. Those palm leaves. Yeah. That's really good. Did you do that on your own or did you do that in a class?
With my mum and my dad.
Oh, awesome. Very talented parents. Mm,
Thank you.
and you're very talented as well. I didn't mean to leave you out. Okay, I'm just looking for a picture of
I
Quicksilver.
drawed Ant-Man when he's not Ant-Man.
When he's just man, he's just
Yeah,
Scott.
when he's just Scott.
Okay.
I drawed Hope. I drawed Stephen Strange.
Oh, cool. All right, so we're gonna draw Quicksilver. Is everyone ready? Everyone ready to draw Quicksilver? I've got lots of reference, but I'm just really looking at costume kind of thing. I'm just going to sort of make them up on my own. So let's move this light so I can move this camera. So we're going to start because he's running. So let's start with just find like where his head's going to go. Just being really rough, really sketchy, and sort of the angle of his body. And then we're going to get one leg sort of up. This leg's going to go back. Now I've already gone off the page. Didn't plan it out very well. Find his rib cage. His pelvis is down there. So we're just drawing a skeleton. Sorry, it is a bit light. It might be a bit hard to see. So if we're going to do this leg on top, this arm has to be back. So that means this one is forward. Okay, so everyone see that? Is that clear enough to see? I was pressing a bit light, so it might be hard to see.
Are we drawing the Age of Ultron Quicksilver or the X-Men Quicksilver?
You can dress him however you want. But
I
you
like
can-
X-Men Quicksilver. He's my favorite one.
okay. Yeah, so you could just use this skeleton as the basis though. And then once you have that, you can start adding in a bit more detail, muscles. He's not overly muscular. He does a lot of running. Maybe moving a bit faster, but I'm just sort of sketching in where things go. Thigh on the top, so then I can rub out this kind of stuff. Tool in the middle. I've got his pectorals in and his back and bottom. I'm getting his arm in. I'm just playing around with proportions. This arm can be a little shorter because it's going back. Like that. You doing okay, Lucas? Yep. Keeping up. If I move too fast for anyone, just say, give us a second, slow down. So I do know we have a time limit. We've got 20 minutes left. once I get all this sort of roughed out, I'll stop and let you guys catch up. Okay. Now, if anyone needs me to go over anything, just let me know, because I did do that really fast. I apologize. But if you're not sure, I can show you how to do it again. Actually, you know what? I don't like this hand. I'm going to rub it out and draw that again, because it's too close to his face. I might change the angle and open his hand a bit. That's better. There you go. You doing okay, Reese? You got that? Yeah. Chab, you got okay? No. It's good, Reese. Who is that? Is that, oh, is that me throwing people to save them?
You know Apocalypse?
Yeah.
He's basically punching Apocalypse's bum. And Apocalypse is going like, Germany! He's heading to Germany next.
Okay.
That's his next stop.
All
Can I
right.
color it in now?
Sorry.
Can I color it in?
Sure.
Yay. Let's go.
Now, for everyone else that's still drawing, I'm just going to zoom in a bit. And let's do some of this face. Reese, turn your mic off again, please.
Oh yeah, thanks.
So we don't have to listen to you singing. Okay, I'm just trying to find. Okay, so I'm just going to divide his face up down the middle, vertically, and then horizontally. It's a bit curved horizontally. And then I can put his eye, I know his eyes are going to go in there. So I'm putting his eyebrows in first. And then I can draw his eyes in. Okay, can you see that? I need to go. So I did the eyebrow first, and then did for the eye, just did the top lid and the bottom lid. Like that. And on this side of the eye, it's going to come in a little bit like that. Not sure how clear that is for you guys. It's a bit hard to see. Then get his nose in his mouth. And then this version of him has hair that sort of comes at a little point. This is the comic book version. And he has like two bits that stick out, like little ears almost. And then his costume is basically, he's got like a light bulb that goes across his chest, across his body.
That's how Quicksilver looks in WandaVision.
Yes, it's based on that. Yeah, it's got like this section here is a lightning bolt, and then it sort of crosses as a belt as well, but you can't see that. And then he has gloves and boots, as most superheroes do from the comics. Go again, so you can see that. So you could either start inking it then if you wanted, or just with a darker pencil, you could add more detailing. Like I haven't drawn any detail for his hands. So this one's going to have a little finger. 2, 3, 4, and then his thumb.
I'm done.
That's when you did before. I'm not that silly. Oh, I did that. That looks weird. Or I just make this from a fist. And then you could do like speed lines. How come you made him brown? No, do you have to? There we go. Sorry. Why is he brown?
He's brown. You know how he wears that jacket that's brown in X-Men?
Oh, yeah. When he goes to
When
Oh,
he says the mansion, yeah, he's wearing
Okay.
a jacket. So
I
I
will
took
now.
that too. Except I mixed up the scenes when he's punching Apocalypse.
Does he punch Apocalypse?
Yeah, he like basically slows down time and then he starts punching Apocalypse, like
That's why he ends up in all the.
makes the time go back to normal, and then he cracks Quicksilver's leg bone and twisted his hand.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah.
I do remember it.
It's very fun. Yeah.
So we've got less than 10 minutes, about 8 minutes left. How's everyone going? Good. Lucas, you going
Yes.
good? Yeah, okay. Aaron, how are you going?
I'm going back.
Doing bad.
Yes.
You want to show me?
I'm still stuck on the iron stuff.
Let me see. That's pretty good. That's good. Well, actually, look, I'm about to ink the eye, so maybe have another look while I do this. Let me how close I can.
That's it.
I've just traced the eyebrow, and so the eye, I'll try and do it so you can see it. It's just this line like that, and then the line underneath, and then the pupil. You could even put a little highlight in there. Just color it in. Was that clear enough?
Yes, thank you.
I'll do this one as well. So there's the top of the eye, bottom of the eye. So this one's a bit squishier because it's further around the face because of foreshortening. You could add more detail like the top of the eye, like a bag under the eye. Depends on what you want to show. But yeah, just sort of have fun with it and just do your best. Not everything's going to turn out wonderful. When I was starting out doing animation, I was told that you've got thousands of bad drawings in your hand. You have to do all those thousands of drawings to get the one good one. So don't be upset about doing a bad drawing. It just means that you're that much closer to drawing a good one. So I don't like to throw drawings away either. If I think they're bad, I won't scrunch it up and just throw it away. I'll keep it for a while. I might eventually throw it away, but I'll keep it and see if I can make it better or find out what I did wrong to learn from my mistakes. But yeah, his head's got a bit of a weird shape on his head. This one. Hey Reese, do you want to put your hand down? Okay, how are we going? 5 minutes left. I don't want to rush you guys. You can continue this after we're done, but I'm only here for another 5 minutes. So if you need help with anything, ask me now. So the way I like to do things is if I'm going to ink them, or if I want to keep the image, I'll ink it, and then I'll rub out all the pencil lines, and then I can color it in with markers or pencils or whatever. I usually use markers.
I inked up my Batman drawing.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, he doesn't have a cape. Where's his cape?
Oh,
It's really good though. Stay hydrated, Lucas. You drink that water. Good job. But he's bye-bye, Apocalypse. And he's saying, Germany. Have you seen Apocalypse from the comics? He looks a bit different. Lucas, that's a bit hard to see.
I've got Disney Plus, so I watch, the old X-Men comics.
Oh, yeah. I know the one.
Dad doesn't let me watch the movies anymore. So instead, I just watch the comics, the Marvel comics, because each movie is based on an episode. For example, the episode of Future Past, X-Men Future Past, then they made X-Men Future Past a movie.
Oh, okay. Lucas, that's really good. Really good work.
And there's a movie called, there's an episode called X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And then then they made a movie and it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same story because all those TV shows are based on the comic.
The only thing that isn't the same is that Quicksilver's not in it.
Oh, okay.
He's not in the X-Men.
The cartoon.
X-Men Future Past. Nah, he's not in any of them.
And he's a bad guy in the cartoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he's the son of Magneto.
Ooh, that's interesting. Storm has the sun, and he also has the ability to go really fast, right?
I didn't know Storm had a...
You know who Storm is from X-Men?
Yeah, I didn't know she had a...
Yeah, she has the sun that can go really fast, as fast as Quicksilver, I think.
Okay.
You should watch, and one of the episodes in the final season had Captain America in it. I'm like, whoa.
I just Googled it and it says that Chimera is the daughter of Storm and Black Panther. But it doesn't say she has a son.
Like in Marvel Comics, so basically, she's looked after, you know how all the X-Men, they don't have parents?
Some of them do.
Like, she was a foster child, except she used to live in this village in one of the episodes, and what happens is the person who looked after her had a baby, and she was basically an adult when that happened.
Oh, okay.
And then what happened is the baby, it couldn't breathe, so it died, except Storm. Like, she kept on blowing and blowing into its mouth, except eventually the baby got superpowers.
Oh.
And when he became a teenager, he had this power to go really fast. And in that episode, there's this evil spirit that turns him bad. And then Storm has to try and get him back with Rogue.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one because the series that you're talking about, I've seen most of that. I watched it when I was a kid because it came out in the 90s, the 1990s.
Yeah, my dad's like, why are you watching this, Reese? It's like so old. It's more older than you. He's like, if you want to watch something, at least watch Avengers. He allows me to watch Avengers, but not X-Men.
Okay.
I used to be able to watch it. I watched all the movies. I just forgot, so I wanted to watch again. Except sadly, I can't.
Oh well. You'll be old. Oh, was his name Azari?
Yeah, I think.
Because Azari is the son of Black Panther and Storm. He was taken to safety by Iron Man alongside. That's the same thing that's said about the daughter. Does he look like this?
Well, he's the same. He has the same color skin, except his powers are going fast.
Okay.
So eventually what happens is there's this spirit that comes from a mountain. he's the only person who can see the spirit. The spirit is invisible to everyone else. It's only mutants like him.
Mhm.
It's only mutants can see that spirit. And what happens is Storm eventually gets the spirit out, except then the spirit goes into Storm, and then the spirit comes out of Storm, and then it goes after him, and he goes into the mountain, into the spirit world. Then he closes the spirit world and he returns.
Oh.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry to interrupt. I think we are out of time.
Oh yeah, too. We're
It was
really
a
up.
very interesting thing about.
I think Reese has been watching a little too much TV.
A lot. No, I think he's really into Marvels,
I like Avengers so much.
Avengers. Okay, you like Avengers. My son are now so into it at the moment. He's watching all the Avengers, all Thor, all Iron Man.
Wow.
I watch Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 is after Avengers.
It looked like it. Anyway, it's our time. Can you show us your work again once more time, and then we have to finish today.
I call it an apocalypse.
Cool.
Let me see. I'm gonna.
Batman.
That is wow.
Yeah, they're really good.
Aaron's really good. Aaron, beautiful work.
Yeah.
And then this three.
Oh, Rashad,
Very fancy.
was that a Quicksilver's face you did, Rashad?
Sure. Can I add the spotlight? Let me see your work.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, very characters.
Good
Very.
job.
Yeah. Keep it up.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. I'm gonna unmute everyone to say goodbye to Mr. Evan, and I see you next week.
Bye.
Yeah, see you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, see you next week.
Next week, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.